Today we're reviewing the 2024 Jayco Starcraft Bush Pack. Okay, so what would you like to start with?
Just wanted to do a quick long-term review because we've had this van for probably over 6 months, and just wanted to give people an idea of what it's like to own it. So overall it's been really good. There's been, first of all, the design has been really good, the layout of it, but there's been a couple of little things, just ceiling issues and just little attention to detail bits that could be a bit better, but they're pretty easy to rectify ourselves.
And we'll go through
we
that.
can go through that later.
Okay.
But it's probably not going to affect everyone. It might just have been our situation. So I'm just going to move sort of down the van and then into it. The first thing is having an automatic awning is really good. It's you can use an app, roll it out with the app. If you don't like the app, there's a switch inside that you can extend it and retract it, and then once it's out, you can, with basically one hand, you can adjust the angle of the awning, which is fantastic. Storage is pretty good. You've got storage under here where we keep the annex and a few other bits and pieces, and then that also goes through to the other side under the bed, so you can open up the bed and get to it from either side, which is really handy.
Probably worth mentioning, it is unlikely, but our 14-year-old can climb through there into the van when the van is locked. So it is a slight security issue, but probably you'll be fine if you're in a normal
It could
campground.
be good or bad, depending on depending on what you're after. So yeah, you can see the little windows for the bunks. We've just got the 2 bunks. You've got this thing, which is pretty handy because when you come back to the van, you can just chuck stuff up here. And
we've used it every time we've been away.
you always use this, and I mean, it's got drink holders, but most of the time it's swimmers or towels or things like that. Suspension and everything's excellent. It tows really well. I've just got no complaints with that side of things. It's a galvanized chassis, so you can see like rust is not going to be an issue with that for a very long time. Everything about the underneath of it seems like really top quality, and as far as the weight goes as well, I think they sit around 2 tons or maybe a bit over without water and stuff, but our Discovery 3, which is getting pretty old now, tows it great. It sits well. If a truck comes up past you, there's the tiniest amount of sway, but compared to other vans, the sway on this is excellent. Like, it's really solid, and that's saying something too, because it's the Bush Pack, so it sits up a bit higher too. So you'd think that higher would sway more, but it really drives well. So what else can we say? So we've got power on the outside, 240 I think, so you could like plug a TV maybe or something in there, cigarette lighter, so you can charge your iPhone or whatever you want.
We haven't bothered with either of those, have we?
Nah.
This is something that's pretty stupid, that they've put the clip down too low, so anytime we get a strong breeze, your door is just slamming shut.
So, yeah, the funny thing is, like, if you look at that, if I put a little bit of pressure, look, it'll come off. So the solution is what? Is to put this higher, because then when you pull, it's going to pull down into the clip. So just something little like that, you know, you just think
should have been picked up at the factory.
Just those little checks, you know. And of course, to move that now would be a pain, because you'd have to patch the.
And have we had any lock issues with this one?
No, the locks have been pretty good, but all these doors, we've had a couple of different caravans, and all these doors, they start to get slop in them, so you've got to pull it apart, do the screw up for the handle, and then put the thing back together.
It's about 100 off eBay to get a fresh set.
Yeah, I think it's 100 or so to get that, maybe the whole mechanism with the key. It is a little bit fiddly to get back in, but with patience you can do it.
You could do another video.
See, this has gone loose again. Maybe that's okay. I just would have to pull it apart and check, but I'm just leaving it just to see if it progresses. The cool thing with all these caravan doors is turn that up, and then you got a screen door.
And
which is handy.
it's good screen too. It's like that crim safe stuff. So if you've got a pet in there or a child, they're not going to be able to reef through it.
Yep.
And the stair, I would say, just little things like this. It's so easy to open and close. We've had other caravans where the steps have been sharp or just a pain, and this is just, it's
like
just brilliant.
One hand fold in and out. The
Little
other
things
ones
like
they
that are
slide
great.
out, I think, from memory, and
Yeah.
you kind of jam in it, and you've got to make sure it's lubricated and all that. There's some speakers on the outside, which if you want to annoy the whole campsite, you can crank up your music of choice and blast the whole campsite.
We haven't really found an appropriate time. Should we keep going outside or do you want to go in?
Okay, yeah, while we're out here, you got the gas hookup. I think they call it maybe bayonet or something. All your outriggers or whatever you would call those, just to level the van out, which is fairly standard for all vans. There's a through boot.
And there's light in here too, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a light on the side, which is handy.
Is that a touch light?
Yeah, you just press in the middle,
cool.
which is good. And the jack is a decent jack. There's a proper jack point for it behind the wheels. The jack's got enough height to actually lift the van properly, which is really good. This came with the anti-flap kit for the awning by Aussie Traveller. These work really, really good, and we always set it up. It takes an extra 5 minutes to set up, and it means that if the wind hits it, what they do is they clamp the edges of the awning, so when the wind hits it, it can't grab the edges because it's secured well.
Yeah, it's been great.
And there's
no
videos
midnight.
online how they work.
No midnight wake ups with flapping anymore.
Yeah, you don't get those annoying things. It's pretty basic up front.
Yeah, I think
gas bottles.
we've had another van and it had a bit of a cover and a toolbox, which was nice, but we haven't really missed it, have we?
No, not really. There's a tap over the side there, which is, I mean, that's handy. The best thing that I've just started using, and there's a little outdoor shower there with hot and cold.
We just love it.
It's really good.
Rinsing off the
we
dog's
sort of
paws.
forgot about it on other vans, but
Yeah.
just rinsing and the fact that you can have it warm is
Yeah,
great.
it's really good.
This side is it's pretty basic. The through boot goes right through to the other side.
Which is handy, and here's all of that.
And this is the walk of shame hatch, so your toilet.
And these are the water connectors.
Yeah,
I know
so-
when we first bought the van, it took us a little bit to figure out where these were when we were getting our inspection.
The front tank, the T1, T2, so they're tanks, and mains is here.
And how much do the tanks hold?
I think they're like 80 litres each or so.
Yeah, cool.
If you go, we only just learnt this, but this is for the washing machine. So you need to buy a separate pipe that's big enough. I think it's a different size to what goes on here.
Yeah.
So make sure you get a pipe
Otherwise it
there.
pours all
Otherwise,
over
when
the
you run the
ground.
washing machine, I don't know why maybe they're separate because if they're all together, it could come back up into the van or something. I've just put a bike carrier on the back just to second hand.
And did you want to mention about our little friends here?
Yeah, so when we got this van, I'm just trying to remember. So it was sealed along the side and up here, but it wasn't sealed up here, which I haven't sealed that either because I just wanted to leave it factory. But the problem is that there was also no drain. I've drilled a drain in the bottom of this. What was happening is the water was coming in. It was filling up this light, and then the penetration for the wiring, that should have been silicone. It was, except there was a hole in the silicone. It wasn't silicone properly. So what would happen is the water would fill up and then of course find its way through the penetration and end up inside here. So I've pulled
Inside
that
storage,
off,
yeah.
drilled the drain, sealed the penetration, checked it, and it's all sweet. And I've done the same for the other side now too. So it's just little things like that, like just rushing the silicone and leaving a hole
And
you've
again,
got
with the new
potentially
van.
a big issue.
A 2024, September 2024 manufactured van. These little things you think would have been checked.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.